So, in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, the first level you will do is Foundry if you're doing the THPS 3 career. And what we're doing in this video is going through every single goal that you can get, the high score, the secret tape, the cash, the IG logo or the Iron Galaxy logo. And the very first one is not only going to get you the 6 score, but it's also going to get the high combo. And the easiest way I found to do this is the moment you start the run, if you just make your way to the lower floor, you've then got 2 quarter pipes and you want to grind on these, doing some of your flip tricks or your kick tricks, whatever you want to call them. And you want to make sure you're wall planting at the end so that you can get back to the rail and just keep grinding. Do it over and over again. It might take a few attempts, but you should eventually get a score of over 60,000, and that will complete your combo and your 6 score. Then next up we have skate, so it's collecting the 5 letters. And for this one, you want to just follow the exact route I take. I recommend going round clockwise, so start on the left-hand side, go round clockwise. And you're not going to get these letters in order, but it's going to take you to like basically around the edge of the level. And you're going to end up back at the start. And that's where you are going to collect your final letter. Then we have to do an Indy over the half pipe. This one is very easy. All you have to do is just when you start the run, if you hold down A on an Xbox controller to pick up speed, that very first ramp you are going to just jump over it and hold right and B at the same time on Xbox controller. So PlayStation it'll be right and circle. And as long as it comes up within your combo that you've gone over the pipe, that is going to trigger that goal. Then next up we have soaking the Foreman. For this one, nice and easy, just make your way to the right hand side of the level from when you start the run. And when you go up from the half pipe, you are going to get to a metal walkway. You just follow that around, and where you see the Foreman looking over this like massive pot, you simply just grind over the control panel and that is going to soak him. Then we have grinding the Molten bucket. There are a couple of ways to do this, but the easiest way I found is to start a brand new run, make your way all the way to the back of the level, and when that Molten bucket comes across, once it starts tipping, it's going to basically open up these sort of arms that you can grind on. So just simply make your way to the little ramp, jump off it, grind on one of the arms, and that is going to like class as the goal completed. That is grinding the Molten bucket. Then next up is unjamming the 5 valves, and we're also going to get the Iron Galaxy logo. And what you want to do for this one is similar to collecting skate. You want to start on the left hand side of the map and you want to go around clockwise. These are big red valves that are on the walls, and all you have to do is jump near one and grind, so Y or triangle on your controller. And after you have done all 5, what that's going to do is open up a secret area. So just follow the route I've taken to do all of the valves. It should be nice and easy. You don't need to go fast or anything like that. You've simply just got to grind them or grind across the rails above the valves. And once that secret area is open, what you're going to do is go inside that room, and there's going to be a helix, so like a circular sort of ramp that takes you all the way to the top of the room. And when you get to the very top of that helix, if you just jump off, you should see the Iron Galaxy logo. Like before you make the jump off, grab that logo, and then we move on. Then next up we are going to do the secret tape and both of the stat points in this level. And for the secret tape, what you want to do is start a fresh run, and you want to make your way onto this catwalk, like a metal walking platform, and just follow exactly where I go all the way to the very end, then do a left, and you're going to come into this sort of like room. I'm going to call it like a glass room. And what you want to do here is stop in the very middle, make sure you are facing the direction, so as you approach the room, like enter the room, it's on your right hand side, face that direction, then pick up some speed, jump across, grind the massive rail, and you are going to collect the secret tape. Then for the 2 stat points, the very first one is right where you start the run. So if you like move forward a little bit towards the like initial ramp into the level, then just turn around, there's going to be a gap, and it's in the air above that gap. So like you might take a couple of attempts. It took me 2 or 3 goes to get this. But once you have jumped that gap and collected that stat point, then what you want to do is make your way down that starting ramp. You want to jump over the half pipe that's like almost in the middle of the level, the one that's used to complete the goal for doing an Indy over the half pipe. Jump across that, and you should have this platform that's going up and down. Once it's down, you can jump off it to the left hand side and you can collect the second stat point. Then for the 3 stacks of cash you can get on Foundry, the third one is probably going to be the toughest thing you do in this entire level. The first one, all you've got to do is go down that initial ramp when you spawn in, and the rails we did the grinding on to get the 6 score, if you look at the footage, all you've got to do is just get some airtime there and you are going to get the first lot of cash. Then all you want to do is jump over and clear that half pipe, and directly underneath where the Foreman stands there is going to be cash stack number 2. Then the third one is quite difficult to get, especially if you have no stat points. If you've got stat points, that's good. Or maybe if you're struggling a little bit, you can change character and try using someone that's got a very good amount of speed and air for their stats. Because what you want to do is head over to the back left of the level, and next to the red valve there's going to be this sort of like higher up platform, and what you want to do is jump onto the wall, start wall riding, and then you want to wally off of it, so it's just jumping off the wall, and you need to make it to the top platform. It can be a little bit sort of glitchy, like sometimes you might think you're going to make it and then you just kind of phase through the floor. But once you've made it up to the top level, what you want to do is pick up a bit of speed, so you can see that I go up the ramp. As I come back down, jump across, and then you are going to see the third and final cash stack. And once you have that, that is all 3 done for Foundry. And moving on to the last thing is the hidden deck. So in order to get this one, all you need to do is like start a fresh run, head over to the left hand side and jump onto that catwalk. And then as you get, I would say about halfway across, you want to start grinding the far left rail and just do a straight jump off the end of the rail, and hopefully you've got enough speed. You can jump across, grind on the like sort of platform or rail where the hidden deck is, and you will glide straight past it, collecting it on your way. And that is every single goal for the Foundry level in THPS 3. When it comes to getting 100% through the career, you need to do all of the pro goals. That comes much later on. And also when it comes to collecting the panda to get the secret character, I'm going to be covering all of the pandas in a separate video. So that is all of the career goals and everything, your scores, your combos, so on and so forth on the Foundry level in THPS 3. And we are going to leave that video there. I will see you guys in the next one.